Hey, what's up?
Alright, I'm back.
Oh, baby.
They had a massive line at McDonald's.
Oh, yeah? What'd you end up getting?
2 quarter pounders, a 20-piece, 2 medium fries.
Yeah? Nice,
Yeah.
man. I got some Culver's earlier.
Culver's is so good. Oh my
It
god.
is. It
The
is.
Butterburgers. Woo!
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we have the caster cams, too.
I would, but my camera's broken.
Yeah, no worries. I think there's an echo coming through. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it must have been on your side. No worries. No worries. How's everyone doing tonight?
Pretty good. I'm muting myself in between eating.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I need to open League, so give me a second. I'm very sorry. I didn't think that run would take that long, but apparently everyone in my town went to McDonald's at the same time, and I'm not joking when I say that.
Yeah, it's all good.
Hey, but I got my account back, so it's no big deal. We're
Yeah,
commentating on the JGBA fan account.
yeah, you can't beat that. Yeah, now they're opening up lobbies, so we should start the draft here soon.
Ooh, I need to get in the spectator link.
Yeah.
Did they share that yet? Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, it is
I got it.
in the commentator zone.
All right, I'm logged in. If someone wants to invite me.
I don't have you added. My bad.
No, you're good. What's your name until they invite me?
Uh, 01 space 19 space 96.
All right, I
I
sent it.
gotcha. Okay. Oh, I think did someone already invite you?
No.
Oh, someone has to move. Okay. Cool. And we're good. I know. It's not the same without Complex here. Dude, he planned this from the start. Don't let him tell you otherwise. This is all part of his plan. It should be an interesting game tonight with BSG versus Mailbox's Angels.
Yeah, we have 2 big trash talkers on. I think is that BSG.
I mean,
I don't know. Oh yeah, it's BSG, the one that's not Mailbox Angels.
yeah.
They got some trash talkers on there.
Oh, yeah, probably what? Castroma and Intensify?
No, Complex and Intensify, dude. They both think they're the
Oh,
best players in the league, and
come
I'll tell you right now,
on.
they're both getting gapped if they play against my team. So we'll see how they do against the team we beat.
If you let Complex like make a point, you have to set aside 15 to 20 minutes at minimum. If he's set on something, like it should be a good matchup though in the top lane at least to
No, I'm gonna
see
give
how they
Comp. We're
play.
gonna give Comp. You want to know my strategy against Complex? I'll
Yeah,
leak
let
it
me
right
hear
now
it.
because there's no counterplay. It's
You're
we
gonna
let him
plug it?
get his main right, and then we just pick
Okay.
a Lowy.
All right, they started the draft and a first ban Shen coming out for Mailbox's Angels.
Ooh.
Immediately banning Kane on BSG.
Very smart play. The Shen's really good. The Shen and Ornn are really good picks. Complex can play him, and it makes Complex look a lot better than he actually is, if I'm going to be honest. Amumu's a really strong pick.
The insta bans coming out. All
Triple
good bans
ban on a
across the
Mailbox.
board.
I mean, there really is no one else to ban on that team except for the top laner. I mean, he played really well in the game against Beta Carry Fan Club. Ketchup did on that Jax.
Yeah.
So Ketchup pretty much just gets whoever he wants. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they first pick top lane here.
Yeah, to be honest, top lane to an extent is a pretty volatile lane. So like if you insta lock your top laner, it might not be team wide, but someone can just insta lock a counter
They
pick.
definitely messed up by not banning Malphite in the first round. I think that'll scare Ketchup into not picking first round, but we'll see if Ketchup will decide to pick Malphite because I think that champion's actually really strong.
Yeah, and the Shyvana coming out for Mailbox. And the Kale. I
Complex
wouldn't
with
be
the disrespect. Kale's one of Ketchup's signature picks during the preseason, and he's busting it out for the first time.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see this go mid lane though, but I guess we'll have to see how it kind of shakes out. Maybe they look to lock in their ADC or jungle here. Yep.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
Yeah. Kindred, I like it. It's not a bad pick.
I think Kindred's actually a pretty weak pick unless they can get powerful lanes to back her up while she can invade, kill. While she's a strong pick,
Yeah.
um,
She
I
shouldn't
think
have
that's actually
Cryo.
I think that's actually a skill matchup versus Jax.
Yeah.
So I
If that
don't
is
think
top
Kale's.
line.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think if that is a Kale versus Jax matchup, I don't think Kale will ever really have prio unless something weird happens in the top lane to where Kindred can get invades off. Kindred relies on. Oh, wait, is that a Malphite mid? I think it might be a Malphite mid because Secret Thief is usually he plays top lane, plays Renekton up in that top lane.
Yeah.
He role swapped to mid um, because he'd rather put himself mid, which I did the exact same thing, so I understand.
Yep.
Malphite's a very strong pick. He could be. I think he could definitely be play mid. That could possibly even be support.
The other thing too, nobody's picked their ADCs. It's like Samira and Jin are both kind of let through. Lux is Malphite. Or
They already
wait.
picked Malphite though.
Yeah. Unless their pro draft is bugged or something, but
We'll see what they say after. But
yeah,
looks
I
like
have
they
no
could go with the
clue.
Leona ban, Rutedo, pretty much whenever that champion's open. Rutedo has picked Leona the entire time. I'm looking to see a redemption game from Rutedo. We had a conversation after that last game, and I'm looking to see this bot lane step it up a little bit. They banned the Samira, which Intensify played literally every single game during the preseason. So if that
Yeah.
champion's banned, then hopefully they get a chance. Uh, BSG banned Morgana, which is kind of interesting because I don't think Rutedo plays Morgana. And Mailbox Angels banned Jin. Very smart, actually. Get the power picks off of Intensify. I'm expecting an Ezreal pick here from Red Panda, maybe an Ashe
Yeah.
pick.
I mean, with the Morgana ban coming through, they could lock in something like a Nautilus, something that wants engage and lockdown. Because you kind of need a front line if you have Kale, Kindred, and we don't know what this Lux is. A
I
Braum.
think Brom's actually a really good pick. Helps with that disengage. Good front line. Ezreal kind of does pretty predictable. He offered to ban out his main. He said it's not worth it, even if I do get it.
Yeah.
Intensify's just gonna pick it. Um, but BSG decides to go with the Braum first to give Intensify that last counter pick to the Ezreal. I expect a Lucian bot lane in the pick. That is my prediction. And Intensify will pick the Lucian. We got Ezreal Rakan. Kind of a weird lane. Because Ezreal kind of you want to scale up a little bit. Rakan kind of is that little mid-game roam synergy. I
Yeah.
think it actually be pretty good because Ezreal could solo bot lane really well. Like I said, I expect a Lucian pick here. The Swain. They have quite a bit of AP there. Got 3 AP and an AD jungle. So unless
But we
BSG is
have to
looking,
see.
yeah, they might go AD Kale because that is a thing.
Yeah. So are we mid lane's Lux then, right? Lux and a Malphite?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
because Secret Thief played that against me in the Beta Carry Fangirl game. I'd say he played
This
all right. for
Yeah.
someone who is not a mid laner. I'd say he played all right. I'm surprised that he's not busting out this Renekton pick because that champion can be played mid lane, and I heard that he does play that champion a lot.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think BSG has it early to mid game, but it'll be questionable when it rolls around to late game. Like once Shyvana is scaled up, Jax is scaled, Malphite. I know you have Kindred, but I think you just get deleted at one point with Malphite and Shyvana. So I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, I don't really know how I feel about the Malphite pick in general into the Kindred. Kindred does
Yeah.
counter Malphite in a lot of ways.
Hmm.
You ult if you see Malphite Ring into that bat line, it pretty much just prevents your team from getting one shot by the Malphite. You could disengage with the Braum, perhaps even turn a fight with the Braum ult and the
Yeah.
Swam ult combo, Lux Q. I could see a lot of different ways that this could go well for BSG. But like we said before, Lux and Kale kind of have to scale a little bit.
Yeah.
So
I
I don't
actually
know if this
really like
Kindred's really
this
gonna have
lane pick
prio.
that came out. They're all. I feel like Mailbox's Angels is just gonna like pile up, and as long as Kindred doesn't troll with any alts,
Yeah.
it's easy turnaround for any team fight.
Unless Kindred somehow gets 5 random kills out of nowhere,
Yeah.
I really don't see this Kindred really doing well this game at all. If they choose not to fight her early game,
Yeah.
or if they choose to fight her early game, they should just win. Don't let that Kindred scale. Don't let her invade. Make sure those Raptors and those Gromps are warded.
Yeah. I guess we'll see.
All right. So looking at this draft, let's just generalize a little bit more. Elaborate a little bit. Um, elaborate a little bit less, I should say. Who do you think is gonna win this game? Just looking off the draft, who do you think has the better draft?
Overall, I really like BSG's draft. I just the tankiness of like the Swain with the synergy of a Kindred alt and possibly a Kale. I like it. Yeah, you know what? I like it. How about you?
I think Mailbox Angels has the edge. Mailbox got one of his picks, Shyvana. That was a champion that we banned away during our last game. We forced him to play the Graves. Ended up, he couldn't carry the game on that. I think, I definitely think that on the oh, okay, so it looks like they're actually swapping. They both okay, I understand now. So BSG actually has the Malphite and Mailbox Angels has the Lux.
Ah,
Right? Yeah. So yeah, they basically just swapped. Okay, that's weird and confusing. So never mind. Everything I said is wrong. I think Mailbox Angels is gonna win now.
well.
Or BSG is gonna win now.
Yep.
A little bit of well, both teams have foreskins.
Yep.
I'm trying to see which team has the better skins because Mailbox Angels
Yeah.
has the Elementalist Lux and the Super Galaxy Shyvana, both very
I
good skins.
am loaded in at 6, 7, 8,
I'm at
9.
0%, if I'm gonna be honest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I haven't loaded in yet. I'm in. I'll fast forward.
Okay. Yeah, I'm at 19, 20,
21, 22, 23,
23.
4.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
Yep, we're good.
Spirit Blossom Kindred, very good skin.
They paused.
Top AFK apparently. Malphite, that Dark Star Malphite Prestige Edition, kind of shows you that this person plays their champion or they like spending a lot of money on League of Legends.
Yeah, I think it might just be a little bit of both.
True.
You see someone lock in, you know, a Jax or a Fiora, and you're like, or a Tryndamere, and you're like, it's time. An early pause, though.
Apparently their top lane is AFK.
Oh,
right.
They're ready.
So they should be unpaused here in a second.
Yep.
Ooh. Complex is just face checking this bush and beating the crap out of the lugs. Oh.
Yeah, and an early invade coming out for BSG.
Not a bad idea, considering Swain's decently strong early game.
Plus
Shyvana,
Braum.
not at all.
It looks like they're rotating. They might come and cut off Lux.
They could. This Lux is
And
dead.
He's dead. He's dead.
Whoa, they blew barrier. And it's gonna be enough for the Kindred. This is exactly what I was saying. The only win condition for this Kindred is if she gets those early kills. So I think this is actually gonna turn into a much different game than we thought it would because of that early invade. I don't really know what the Lux is doing because
She has no thumbs.
Yeah, they have no sum going into that lane.
Yep.
I mean, if I was on Secret Thief's team, I would be spam pinging him to get out of there. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, the greed, you know.
Ooh, and the red buff's warded. Red buff is warded.
Yep. They're gonna clear it out, but they know where.
Ooh, look at the bot lane. The bot lane's gonna leash that wave. It looks like that or that. Oh, for some reason they're not leashing it. Okay.
Yeah, I think they might try to maybe look for some cheese as they step up.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea.
Braum does have Hail of Blades.
I think Swain started his pull, right?
Yep.
Oh, and the Braum passive, this should be enough.
Oh?
This should be enough for the kill. And the Ignite off on him. Can the heal be enough? I think heal does beat level 1 Ignite. So that, I mean, overall that is worth because Ezreal had to blow his flash and his heal for just an Ignite.
Yeah.
So bot lane looking really rough. A little bit of heals. Oh, they lane swapped.
Yep.
Catch up on the mid lane. Lux top. Ooh, and Cast Aroma. I don't know if I like using that E there at that moment because if you use your E on Jax, that leaves you really vulnerable. Maybe not so much against the
Kindred is invading too, trying to take his top side.
Not a bad idea considering you have a ward on Shyvana and know that she's going to try and clear her Krugs because
this is also Shyvana with exhaust. And he doesn't know. If Kindred can get out, that's a huge lead for her.
So far, I'm really impressed with this Kindred. They obviously know their champ decently well. Quick little in and out from the Rakan in the bot lane.
And Shyvana, nothing to do here yet, so she'll probably take Scuttle and then maybe look to get hit.
Castroma, oh, good job backing off early. And it looks like Shyvana's gonna go ahead and get that top Scuttle Crab because of the Kindred resetting.
Yeah.
Quick thing to note in the bot. Oh, quick trade in the top lane. Complex just walking up to Secret Thief. Quick thing I want to notice in the bot lane. We're seeing Rutato be a lot more aggressive than he was in the last game he was in. During week 1.
Yeah.
He tended to be both laners tended to be really afraid as they were going up against a Diamond ADC. It was kind of getting in their head a little bit. I'm glad to see after both their sums are blown that they're able to get back into this lane and equalize the lane state. So far, I'd say, despite the sums being blown, a little bit of an equal lane down here.
Yeah. All pretty well. The counter gank
we get a
here.
2v2 in the mid lane. Casteroma has to flash out to dodge the Jaxi, and Shyvana comes in and she blows her exhaust on the Kindred. So far, just some for some. And they should just be going on their merry way.
Yep.
Kindred looks to be planning to invade the enemy Raptors, because I think they caught a glimpse of Shyvana recalling there.
Yeah, I could see her just looking to maybe full clear. Honestly, her bot side to, you know, keep up the tempo that you have, because you're already down one camp basically. So there's nothing to do bot unless that wave pushes into you. So.
Oh, a little bit of a thing to notice with this new season, Kindred is 2 smites ahead on the Shyvana. So if we get a Dragon Scuffle early on, we could see maybe a little bit of an advantage with that challenging smite. I don't know, because Shyvana could just full clear this. Just kind of depends on the sequence of events. And it looks like Jax is going to TP back to this mid lane. And so far, with this quick scuffle on the bot lane, Ezreal's just getting caught out by these Swain Qs, and it's just might be a little bit too much for Red Panda.
Yeah, and I mean, apart from the first blood going over to Kindred and early Suns being blown, these lanes are all pretty even for the most part. I mean, we're within 400 or 500
That's
gold.
another thing I was wanting to bring up. I don't know if I agree with the lane swap that much. Like, well, yes, Jax does.
Be careful here.
Yeah, that was very close. Well, Jax does lose to the Malphite early. I think he could definitely scale, get that Divine Sunderer, do a little bit of damage early game in the lane.
Yep.
Right now, you basically just put your Lux into a losing lane. Pretty difficult despite her being ranged. Malphite could just build full MR, poke her out of lane with
Malphite's
the Q.
level 6 with Kindred coming top.
Yeah, this should just be a kill top lane here for sure. I think still it's a kill. He can flash ult here. He can flash ult. He should flash ult, but he's not going to. Looks like.
Yeah, I think it's still worth. They got the barrier. Kindred's.
He can still flash ult. He literally
Yeah.
can still flash ult here. Jax is rotating up, but it looks like Castroma's gonna be there. I think he should still ult
He's gonna
this.
have to.
Thank you. I mean, I've been calling. Ketchup end up getting the kill. Castroma
That might be a double.
Bit too late. It's a double for.
Single. They each
Yeah,
got
it's
a
a kill for each of them. Castroma roaming a little bit late because Jax has those boots. Oh my gosh, that damage from the Lux. And I think the Triumph is going to be enough. Malphite's going to pick up this kill, but overall it is definitely worth for the Jax to help him get that early game damage.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see. Because obviously Jax is winning, you know, the mid lane a little bit, but we'll see what the 2 kills net for him. Because he got 2 kills and Kel got an assist.
Yeah, what I was saying before is, so far Mailbox and Angels, I think definitely need to look into their drafts a little bit better. They kind of drafted themselves into an extremely losing position. They already are, despite them being up ahead on gold.
Yep.
They're in my opinion, a come from behind this position because that Lux not really gonna be as effective as that Malphite later on in the game. And quick trade from the bot lane. I mean, during the draft, they definitely could have banned that Malphite, but they chose to go with the Shen and the Ornn instead, and the Malphite ended up getting picked anyways.
A lot of poke coming down in the bot lane. And that's all it takes. You get hit once, and you're eating a full combo.
Brutator did a very good job of soaking up that damage for the Ezreal, because Rakan actually can still heal really well with the Guardian procs and the Q.
Yep. No, bot lane has been super safe.
This might be a kill here in the mid lane. Oh, it's gonna. Oh, it is a kill. Oh my gosh.
He's dead.
The Sheen? The Sheen damage was insane there with the very low base armor value on the Kale. I think he had a third of his health there on that W.
Yep. I think it was a Sheen proc.
And I don't know if this tower dive is going to be a really great idea with Shyvana there. I think this might be a double kill. An insane W from Rotato with the exhaust from Mailbox.
The exhaust
Intensifies, force the flash over the wall. Rakan gets the ignite off onto Swain.
Hands it off to Kindred.
Yeah, Malphite hands that kill off to Kindred. Very good idea in my opinion. Malphite can be very strong with kills, but so can Kindred.
Yep. Shyvana getting the mark. And they're taking Rift Herald.
Yeah, despite that dive in the bot lane, looks like it's just a 1-for-1.
Yep.
With Shyvana forced to blow her exhaust and Swain and the enemy bot lane forced to blow all their sums, while Ezreal and Rakan still have their flashes.
Yep.
I wonder if Mailbox can come back bot lane, because with that high recharge rate on his ultimate.
Yeah, and it looks like they're sending 3 top.
They're gonna rift top lane, maybe take this tower here. I don't think it'll be enough because those last 2 plates on the tower, as most people know, are a lot stronger than the other ones.
Yeah, it's a questionable rift.
Yeah,
I think does have
burn a couple plates. Oh, I think Secret Thief could have killed Malphite there. I think.
It's hard to say because, you know, they could just be bait. A little bit of action in the bot lane. Shyvana's pathing bot too. And Jax just takes the first turret. Yeah, I don't know if that was worth. Shyvana coming in. A lot of damage, and Mailbox goes down too. So at the end of the day, it's a 1-for-1 with Kindred and Malphite on the rotation. Ultimate coming out from Malphite. And they're pathing to Drake. And she misses the smite. Jax is there, and Jax is just gonna kill them all. And they're dead.
Blue team double kill.
Jax securing the Drake and cleaning them up.
That was an insane play by Killer Ketchup there.
Yeah.
Oh, and this might be dead from Castroma. Oh, he preemptively ults there. Really good idea.
Yeah.
Ketchup and Panda hitting him with the question mark there. A little bit toxic.
Yeah. And I mean, that's 2 Drakes for him too. And they're up to a 3,000 gold lead.
Yeah, I mean, this is looking like really good for Mailbox Angels. We might have jinxed BSG like crazy.
Yeah, I think it's the caster curse. Shyvana's taking this mark. Again, denying Kindred another mark.
The damage on this Jax is insane. I'm kind of questioning the Triforce build a little bit. I mean, he is a plat 1. He's got 1 million mastery points on the Jax, so he probably knows a little bit more than I do. But I think Divine Sunder this game might have been a little bit better because the Swain can end up getting really tanky with those HP items. And quick stuff on the bot lane. Looks like Braum's going to hold him and ignite him under tower, but it's not going to be enough because of the Guardian and the Rakan Q. Ezreal's forced to heal so far. Intensify with the heal, and Rotato with the ignite, and those are the only summoner spells in the bot lane left.
Yeah, and I mean jungle-wise, there's a 2-level gap between Kindred and Shyvana. So with Jax on the rotation, Jax coming in, they're both gonna die here.
Great
TP
play
coming down from Cal and Malphite.
From Rotato. Rotato's just setting this up very well. If Red Panda can E out, but he ults in. And I think Castroma's gonna end up dying here too. He doesn't know that he's got flash, right? And Castroma has forced a flash after using his TP for nothing. That's a little bit of a questionable teleport. I mean, you know Jax is is rotating down for that. Jax still has TP prio too after Castroma's forced a TP.
Yep. And he's 7-1-3.
Red Panda, I love the talk here with how much trash talk Intensify has been thrown in his lane. I mean, when you pick Swain bot, you're typically doing it because you know you could beat the opposite lane and you can play really safe without being punished and scale late and just end up beating them. Jax, I think, could just kill everyone under this tower here.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna have to get. Kindred doesn't even ult. Oh, it's still coming off cooldown. But yeah, it's a fed Jax is an issue.
I mean, 2 games in a row, Ketchup's gotten his Jax. When are people gonna learn that they need to ban this champ?
Yep.
You could ban out Mailbox all you want, but he's not the only win condition on Mailbox's Angels. I mean, from what you could see, Red Panda, like this is a perfect example of people need to not be so worried about the ranks in these 5-on-5 game league games, because look at this. Red Panda and Rune Tato are, in my opinion, just outclassing Intensify and Sammy Smooth bot lane.
Yeah, they've done a really good job the entire game.
This is a great rebound game from last week against Beatty Carry and Wonton Waffle. Kindred's roaming down, but doesn't know that there's a control ward down there. They see her bot lane.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say I think some of the Braum ults would have been questionable, because they would be under turret and wasting their full combo, and then they would follow up with like a Braum ult and then drop the ignite. Whereas, you know, if you held it for another time in the lane, or you know, waiting for your cooldowns to come up.
Oh, and I splashed his mastery. Red Panda kind of gets caught lacking there a little bit. Maybe you should calm down there, okay? Be happy that your lane state is as
and we
even
have
as
2
it is.
rotating down. Kindred and Kale.
Oh, and it might be enough.
Be careful.
Jax is getting beat on by this Malphite here, and I think Complex is going to be dead here. He's forced to flash out.
Yeah, that's a fight you don't want to pick.
No, not if you're even. Yeah, exactly. Malphite, you do counter the Jax, but not when he has 2 items.
And they have Prio and Drake spawning, so that'll be the 3rd Drake going over to Mailbox's Angels.
Yeah, the attack speed on the Jax apparently is just way better than that max health % damage on the Divine Sunder.
Yeah.
Quick little analysis here. Kindred is catching up a little bit on a Mailbox. He's down quite a bit of CS, almost 30 CS it looks like. But I mean, level wise, he might be soaking some wave XP from ganking a little while, get some kills. I mean, he's keeping up a little bit.
Yeah, he's only down roughly 400 gold. I wouldn't be surprised if they start rotating and resetting to get Herald.
Yeah, after the level 1 kill for the Kindred, I mean, Kindred's gotten 1 and 3, so.
Yep. Jax rotating down in Complex.
He doesn't have flash though, so I think Complex just gets out here. Although the slow on the Luxie is gonna be enough, I think. Malphite's gonna get out with a quick Q though.
More action in the bot lane.
Are they gonna dive
in on this?
Intensify says, I've had enough.
This is when you know they've tilted.
And they trade.
A 1 for 1.
A two for 1 all around though, because it looks like Mailbox gets the kill on the Kindred there. Rutato's forced to flash out because he's losing the 1v1 of the Braum. That is not a fight you want to take, buddy. I would just take the loss. 2 for 2. That is a 1 for 2, I think. Overall, am I wrong?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and Herald's going over to Mailbox's Angels. So the lead that they already have is just going to get, you know, bigger.
Yeah, considering they're on Soul Point as well.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for, you know, anything better.
I mean, especially after, I mean, you had that Jax with that monstrous 2v3 play after he stole the dragon. I don't even know how he stole it because he didn't Q onto the dragon.
Yeah. a little early, and it was sitting there with 24 HP.
Oh my gosh. Kendrick just stood no
And-
chance.
Yeah, that's
I think-
disgusting.
No, I don't think anybody can match this Jax. They have to send 4 people out to kill him, I think.
He's level 13.
Yeah, I think they have to send 4 people to kill him. Wow,
Yeah.
that damage shot with the electrocute on the Red Panda is just way too much. And Brahm's getting caught out by Mailbox. I think this might be a double kill here. Oh, he's getting rooted under the turret. I think he should be fine, but the Kale's coming down.
Some action up in the top lane.
It looks like Kale wasted her teleport again. Potentially stopped a dive, though. I don't think they would have kept it going. Oh my gosh. And Rutato missed the W, but forces the ult out of... Oh my... What
Oh,
a Q
and
from
I guess-
Red Panda.
The Q connects.
I think...
And then he, yeah.
Both teams, I think, are having connection issues. So, we'll see where it goes from here.
There's someone over there jiggling the cord.
Yeah, their hamsters, I think, are running on fumes.
Yeah.
So,
So, what do you think of the game so far?
I think definitely we need to stop predicting who's going to win these games, because it apparently doesn't matter.
Yeah. In hindsight, 50-50. They knew the lane swap, top, and mid was the play.
It looks like Intensify disconnected and gave Red Panda an opening to get that kill on him.
Ah,
I think if Casteroma plays this correctly, he could 1v2 this.
yeah. And some
He flashed
action
in!
shot.
Yeah, definitely. I think he flashed in earlier, he would have avoided the damage from that minion wave there. But the damage
And Red
from the
Panda gets
Ezreal is just
killed.
too much from that Muramata.
Malphite all coming through, and Secret,
Secret
Thief
Thief
is
is just
dead.
burned down. I mean,
Dead.
if they're wanting to, if BSG's wanting to come back, those are the type of plays they need to make.
Yep. They have to stagger all the kills, or just come out with favorable trades, because they're on Soul Point. You
Sammy's
know.
move's getting caught out. He's forced to ult, and Swain's forced to use that W to let him know that Swain is on the way. Dragon's up, and it's gonna be Soul Point. Sammy's move doesn't have an ultimate, or half his HP bar, for that matter. And Kendrick does manage to get the blue buff.
Yep. But the other thing too that we saw in games prior, if BSG commits to a team fight, Jax is just gonna split and take their base.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
Oh.
that's what we saw in the beta carry
Yeah.
fan club game.
As much as you want to force a fight, you know, as soon as you look back in your home base, it's gone.
Are they
And that's-
looking to trade Baron here, because they're not really setting up for any vision down there in that bot river?
Yeah, I don't think they can really fight it.
Jax has TP too, so if he feels like he wants to TP down and
A
Oh,
lot
what
of
an
damage.
ult from
That's a
Secret
Kindred all coming out too. Runetato going in. Gets
Rutato
the
going in,
charm.
he might be able to solo. Just-
Runetato cleaning up the kill. Exhaust coming through on Casteroma, and she's dead.
Casterma's Kale is just dead, and Ketchup's just taking the enemy base. I think this might be game.
Yeah,
Malphite can't do anything to stop this Jax, because the second he gets into a fight with him,
send reinforcements. That's a kill.
yeah, I mean, you attack the Jax while has his E out. He's gonna
And
end
he
up doing
does
more
think-
damage.
I think he thought, okay, Swain securing the kill.
So Swain got that 1,000 gold from the Jax. That's gonna be a very big jump start for him.
Yeah, they didn't lose their in-him, but they lost Soul Point, and Swain got a bounty. I don't know if it'll make any difference with there being a 10k gold difference at 22 minutes. The Lux all coming through, no damage.
Oh, what an E from Mailbox. That was just too. What a timed W from Rutato.
Yeah,
The grand entrance was timed perfectly, and Sammy Smooth just gets chain rooted under the tower. It's just not he doesn't have enough time to get out of there, and he's just.
yeah, and the mastery's coming through. With
I
the
mean,
TP
I bet he was
yeah.
happy about himself after the performance against Beta Carry Fan Club's bot lane.
Yeah, and that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Kale's
playing.
dead.
I'd say he's playing really well this game compared to the last game. And Jax is just complete 1v9.
Yeah.
With the 13, 2, and 5 scoreline for Killer Ketchup, definitely a stealer pick.
I think it's safe to say that it should.
Oh, I think he's dead here. Oh, that's close. Oh, in the grand entrance. Hopefully not for nothing. The double. I think Mailbox Angels can easily get out of this. Tato might be overstaying. He might be looking for a counter engage because Jax is at half health from the wit's end.
I think he was just there to provide any peel if needed. Really impressed with the bot lane. The bot lane and the Jax.
Yeah, especially the Jax. He roamed down bot lane and helped them. Yeah, something I'm thinking about. It might have been to their benefit if Complex decided to rotate bot lane to help out Castro, or not bot lane, mid lane, and swapped lanes to help out Castrome a little bit. Because that was like I said before, that's a pretty tough matchup, the Jax and the KO.
Yeah, I guess at the end of the day, it was just a matter of, you know, if you need help, just ask. You know, that's what the comms are for. But I looking back at it, I think that was huge. Starting up the Baron here.
Yeah, Complex brought armor runes too, so I'm really surprised that he didn't swap lanes with Castroma.
And Kindred's getting zoned off.
What a zoning grand entrance.
Baron. And Killer Ketchup is taking no damage. You can't kill that man.
Looks like Kindred and Braum are basically the only survivors of this fight at about 20 HP.
Yep. They have supers pushing their base.
Yeah, Swain's already thrown up the white flag. He says this game's pretty much over. Our Nexus is exposed. We have basically the Chinese army at our doorstep. Yep. Yeah, this looks to be it
and
for
she's
and
dead
minions just one shot.
Got collapsed.
Ketchup. That's so far great comeback game, and now Mailbox Angels are 1-1, and I think BSG might be 0-2. Might be wrong, but and as this game concludes, whenever people from either team are open to sending people in for interviews, I think that's what we're gonna go for next. Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, hello.
I'll let you do this interview.
Go for it, man.
Yeah. So, how do you feel like that played out, Hunty?
Exactly like we wanted it to. We got the soul by what 22 minutes. That was our big plan for this game.
Yeah.
Pick
you
the
had
Shyvana, play on the weaknesses of their jungler and just get every dragon.
Fair enough. In the early lane swap.
Yeah.
That was huge.
Oh yeah. That was perfect.
Are you surprised BSG didn't counter swap?
A little. Probably because I think Corey thought he could, or Castoroma thought he could take on the Jax, but he was mistaken.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, that game overall was super clean, even with Lux getting caught out and blowing Flash and barrier level 1.
Sure.
She didn't really, you know, she wasn't punished too heavy for that.
That was me. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I thought our Jax was going to engage, but he didn't. He didn't start Q. I thought he started Q, but he started E, and it's fine.
You know,
that wasn't punished too hard top lane. I got ganked a few times, only died to one of them, and I did what I needed to do, which was be a support.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, with this win coming through, what does that mean for you guys?
It should be a 9-1 season, honestly, or an 8-1 season after the round robin.
Okay. Yeah, and I just want to ask a quick question. I know I give the torch over to August, but what do you think about your bot lane compared to the last game?
I think they killed it. They smashed it.
I was very
I know
impressed.
there's a lot of talk between the ADCs, so I know Panda was real happy about this win.
I could tell. We could both tell.
Yeah, he was flashing the mastery and everything.
Oh,
Trading
yeah.
a 1-for-1, was it worth it? Dropping but that's what you want to see,
Absolutely.
I mean,
Everyone was
Mailbox
hyped
did a
for this
great
one.
job. I mean, did you guys have any conversations about putting more attention to that bot lane?
A few, yeah. Well, because we wanted to keep prio on the Dragons 100% this game. So, yes, we focused around bot lane. I was just doing my thing top and let Jax split and carry.
Yeah, I think there was a great game plan, and uh, what okay, more specifically about your bot lane, what do you think about Runeato and his engages from
Oh
this
my
game compared to last
God
game?
tier. God tier.
Yeah,
100%.
I was
Super
really impressed
clean.
by it too. He bounced back really hard. I knew he wanted to show what he was truly made of. He was really upset from the last game because he felt like he didn't get to show off his skill, and I think definitely he definitely proved that he was worthy of drafting for sure.
Oh, 100%.
I'll hand it over to you. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, with that being said, who do you think, if you had to give someone the MVP of this game, who do you think and why?
I would say the Jax. Absolutely the
Yeah.
Jax. He called for the lane swap. I went with it. It worked out. He got fed and he popped off.
Yeah. Even stealing the Drake, the second Drake.
Yep. Got us our early slow for sure.
Were you
Go
sorry?
ahead.
Go ahead. Were you nervous at all whenever Jax and or whenever Ketchup and Runeato wanted to go in for that 2v3 steal?
No. I was too busy farming. I don't even think I watched that fight.
Oh, I watched it, and they were sitting. Jackson sitting in the bush, and Tato's looking to walk up, and all I was thinking is, when is this going to happen? Not if this is going to happen. I'm glad that
They were
they
real
both pulled the
engaging this
trigger.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was a
that
solid
play.
performance from everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I think that play, the 2v3 dragon fight, definitely was the embodiment of your team's play that entire game. Where Tato and Jax popping off,
Absolutely.
and Mailbox. Sorry, and you, everyone.
It was good.
It's a
Everyone
team effort.
worked cohesively this time.
Hmm
I think
Yeah.
last time
No.
we just didn't have enough practice beforehand. That was all.
I think did you guys scrim before this game?
Nope. We actually talked though this time.
No, that's good.
That's all.
Hey,
I
it's
guess
baby
that's all it
steps.
took. But yeah, I mean, dominating performance coming out for Mailbox's Angels. I don't know
Oh,
who swapped. Oh,
what happened?
I don't know.
Oh,
I think
go
I
ahead.
think we're bringing Castroma in for the next interview.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey Castroma, how's it going?
Hello.
Hey, man.
So I just wanna start it off with this. I think there's nothing wrong with your Kale pick, and I'm proud of you for branching out and wanting to try something new for the league. I mean, Kale mid.
Yeah.
Okay.
August, do you have any questions?
Oh, no, I mean, what happened that game? What's up? Walk us through like the early lane swap. What happened when your opposing laner, got a kill and then went and stole Drake and then got 2 more kills.
I think at the start of the lane swap, we probably should have pulled the trigger, earlier to get Malphite back in the lane against Jax. It's kind of the point of the Malphite pick was to slow the Jax down. Even doing it after I died the first time probably would have been smart, but like just kind of small brain that one.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess also just not really expecting the kind of damage that came out of Jax. I guess Um, you know, Jack's still really good pick in this meta against Kale, I guess. And you know, it
Yeah.
also I think, the team as a whole, like we had a game plan. I think it was a little harder to execute because a lot of us didn't really have the mastery on the champions and like really, I guess, a full understanding of our limits on it. Like, you
Yeah.
have this game plan in your head, and then you get a random Jax lane swap. You don't respond to it quick enough, and then everything that you have the first like 5-6 minutes of the game planned out, and it all goes away so quickly. I guess it was just should have done a better job adapting to it quicker, instead of just trying to, you know, I don't know, stick with like try to salvage whatever you had in your head.
Yeah, because I mean, even the early game came super clean. Like, there was a first blood going over to Kindred. She got basically the blue and the Gromp, which was great, and then put Mailbox at an early disadvantage. But I guess, capitalizing it and pushing the tempo is kind of where it all kind of fell flat. But how is it playing with Complex too? Because I know that's not your starting top laner. Was there any difference? Was it?
Oh, I mean, he's fantastic. I mean, he's willing to play what we needed. He doesn't tilt or anything, so it was. I mean, our other top laner doesn't really tilt either. So, and I think Complexity overall is a better player. So I guess we possibly had an advantage that someone got squandered, but happens.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, overall it was good. Is there anything looking back that you would have maybe chose to draft differently or play around?
I
Even
think
side selection, anything like that?
I think from now on, I think fucking taking. I don't know if I should cuss on this. Taking ketchup off of Jax is just a good idea, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Kale Fiora. I mean, Jax is just an animal of the champion, and he's got 1.2 mil. That's as much as I have on Cassidy, but you can't really play Cassidy in this meta right now. But you can play Jax.
Yeah.
So, and then maybe just coming up with a better game plan for things that we have in our back pockets. So even though I pulled out the Kale as kind of like a side pick, like I have 5-6 other champions that I have like 10 times more mastery on that could have accomplished a similar thing, and I guess kind of doing it to give them less options while thinking I could play it better than I guess I could, and then like you said, just not adapting to the game plan. I think in a world where maybe Jax went top, it could have literally just been a different game. I mean, who knows though? I think
Yeah.
everybody on the enemy team played well, and I give them props for this, and I think we're gonna come back better prepared next week. And I never take a loss lightly, so I'm gonna be playing something next week that I'm super comfortable on and ready to do my thing on.
Better see the Cassidy.
Oh no, well that doesn't mean Caston specifically, but we'll see. We'll see if it works out that way.
Yeah.
What's up?
I mean, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry, no, you're good. I just had a quick question. We saw all chat use this game a lot more than in frequent games. What's in your eyes? What's with the beef going on between the bot lanes?
Well, I mean, I think Rune Tato and Red Panda had a lot to prove. And I guess they ended up getting the Jack stiff, right? So they wanted to use their opportunity to get a little trash talk, and that's okay. Just yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah, but I mean,
they got proud because they beat a higher elo player today, but
Yeah.
now they just
despite
got to
both
work on
carries having equal gold.
right. But eventually
Yeah.
they'll be the ones that want to be looked up to, and not the ones that looking be the people that other people are looking to beat, not the ones that they that they think they could handle easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
mean, you heard it here first. The Jack stuff, huge. But I don't have any more questions. Cool. Do we? Oh yeah, we're playing tomorrow. Yeah, I think it's. I don't even know what time we're playing at. But anyway, JJ, what did you think of the games? I know we went over it a lot, but was there anything in particular that stood out?
Besides, the bot lane playing a lot better from last game. I wonder
Yeah.
if Lux will end up being Secret Thief's signature pick throughout the season. So far, I think they are 7 and, if I could do the math correctly, 7 and 11 KDA wise
Okay.
on the Lux. So
Yeah, I mean,
negative
to be
KDA.
honest, Rune Tato looked really clean on Rakan.
Yeah.
And Ketchup, I would throw bans at them instead of constantly banning out Mailbox. Let this man play something that he likes. You know, one game, and maybe it won't be a problem. But overall, the games are great. It was fun casting. We are back tomorrow with us taking on the Lamar Jackson fan club. And yeah, I think it's tomorrow at 8 PST, if I'm not mistaken, EST.
Natural Big Boys Club versus Lamar Jackson fan club.
Yeah, correct. And I guess that's it. Final thoughts, everyone that came out. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. It was fun. Great games all around. Dude, it was nice to see the BM in the bot lane. And I guess at the end of the day, it was a jack stiff.
It was a jack stiff.
Yep.